Hello there, tarot friends. Welcome to Friday. Um, Thank you for being here. Let's see, we have Scott. Good morning. Oh, it says hello to Blue Crescent Tarot and Mildred. Yes, because we are going to do some more circles today from Mildred Payne's Oracle of Black Enchantment. Remember I said I was going to save some of these to continue doing with you? Well, I haven't done any more since session 2 of this, which we did downstairs in the studio when my computer wasn't working, or I thought it wasn't working. So anyway, we're going to pick up this project again. We'll do a little bit of that, and then I have some other stuff to show you that I've been setting aside. Part of cleaning my tarot space is putting things aside for a junk journal. Like that's a lot of the extra stuff I have in here, but it's just kind of all over. So I've gathered some things. I got up early today because Max got up early, and I gathered some things together to show you some of the stuff that I'm going to be putting in the junk journal. Hello, Regina and Nancy. Hello and happy Friday to you all. Alex woke up just in time. Puffity puff puff, he says. Lovely. Thank you for being here. Robin, hello. Good morning. Jamie's here. Good morning. My stomach's growling, but I just ate, so I don't know what that's about. I do, really. My stomach's just loud all the time. La, da, 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 da. Robin, no, good question. I have not started work on my sticker deck yet, but I have 4 blank decks and they're here and ready to go. And that's another project too. That's kind of going along with the junk journal because a lot of those things are all together. And we did have the day where we went through the stickers, which I don't even know where those are right now. Like this is part of the issue, but I mean, they're here in this area to my right. But I just really need to get more of this space organized, and just continuing with working at home and having Max here is difficult to get, a little bit of my free time or like tarot time, things like that. Especially because I'm taking the Lenormand class right now. And so that's like all of my free time, like put into one big block. And so I have little minutes here and there where I can pop into this room and kind of work on things. But no, I haven't started the sticker deck, but I have been thinking about it more lately. And I did set aside a notebook for it the other day to start planning and like writing out kind of what I want a little bit. Which I don't know how much planning I'm going to do, or I'm just going to lay the stickers out and kind of see what happens. So very good question. We will work on that during one of these Friday lives, I'm sure. Beth, hello. Yes, you did make it. I'm just babbling through some hellos. Diane is here. Hello. Chris, Kelly is here. Happy Friday. Happy Sophie Day. Though I'm not sure if it's Sophie Day or not because you had your vaccine today. So hope you're feeling okay and doing well. Okay. So, oh, Ishi, did I miss Ishi again? So like yesterday, people were saying hi. I don't understand. Yesterday in someone's live, was it Chris's last night? Someone said hi to Ishi and I didn't see her. Ah. Hi, Jackie. Okay, my computer just muted me, but can you hear me now? Am I back? Like right now, sound? No? Okay. So a notification popped up and said, you need to restart to, I don't know if it's updating or whatever for my mic. Oh, I was about to lose it, y'all. Okay. Um, and then I closed it to like push it off until later, and then it automatically muted me. Terrible. Anyway, okay. Okay, so maybe just someone thinks someone else is Ishi because I don't see her. Okay. Do, 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 do. Thank you all for your help. Robin, is there a good resource for vintage looking stickers? I need to find an old smiling moon or something about 2.5 to 3 inch diameter to cover the ugly logo on one of my layers. Oh, well, I don't know. I have a couple like sticker pages that I follow, but not any vintage things. I haven't looked specifically at that. Let's have a sip sip. I saved my first one for you. This is my chai with a little bit of caramel almond milk creamer. And today, my coffee mug is, I think the last 2 times I had iced tea already by this point. But it's got Snoopy with Beethoven's Fifth on it, and it says Musical Mutt. So there's that. Okay. So I figured what we would do. Oh, I think when I went mute, I was telling Jackie, that she's broken up now, right? Is that how I say it? Oh, she's on break from school. Teaching. Okay. Oh, sorry, wrong hand. Was there some kind of other hand gesture? That's okay. So let's start with looking through stuff from my junk journal. Okay. So another thing that I was going to put in this box, but I didn't, or this cube, is a Lucky Charms box that's over by, like, there are French doors in this room, and then there's like 2 strips of like glass panes on either side. And leaned up against that is a Lucky Charms box that I threw in this room a long time ago. Like, I bought it especially for this purpose so that I could like cut the cover and make it like put hole punches in it and like tie it together. Choking on chai, sorry. My point is, Veronica Jude, I think, unless I'm just making this up, but I think Veronica Jude one time made a book that had like the covers of it were a Lucky Charms box. And I thought, I'm going to copy her because she's amazing. But do you think I'm as cool as Veronica Jude? No, I'm not, because it's been sitting in here since like last summer. I don't even know. Just sitting here. This is what happens. I'm like, I'm going to save this thing and do a cool thing with it. And then it just sits there. But anyway, Kristen and Debbie, hello. Oh, and Regina thinks she was calling Diane Ishi. Okay. Does Jamie have coffee? Chris. Of course. Unless there's something I don't know. Was she out? Was there a problem? Okay, going through the junk journal. I have Make Bon. I like my eyeliner a little thick, like circa 2003. Um, anyway, for the first time since like probably April, which it doesn't really matter because I don't know. Putting makeup on is not a trigger for my nerve problem in my face, but for some people it is. And after my last episode, I was so freaked out that I don't know if any of you have like medical conditions that are so bad occasionally or frequently that you start doing like weird stuff, even though it doesn't affect you, like not wearing makeup because for some people, the brush of the makeup is a trigger. It's not for me, never has been. Um, but I was too afraid the whole time. That's what weird medical stuff does. I was going to say to you, but to me anyway. Don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, I got brave today and I got up a little early and felt like putting some stuff on. Oh, and then Max said, "What's on your face?" And like he used to watch me put my makeup on and was all excited. And today he said, "What's on your face?" And I said, "Oh, it's some makeup." And he's like, "I don't like it a lot." And I was like, "Oh, you don't?" I'm like, "That's okay." I'm like, I like it sometimes, but it's okay if you don't." And he said, "I like it a little, but not a lot." So anyway, that's the update on Max's thoughts on makeup currently. Hello, Gerald. I saw you pop in. Listening and packing. Thank you for being here. Okay. Oh, Chris might go make a cappuccino. Yeah, Beth, I just, I was like, nope, not happening. But it didn't really make any sense. And the other aspect of that, I probably dragged it out a little longer than I would have normally, but, and I don't wear makeup all the time. I just do it like as a fun thing. If I'm like going to a gathering or something, which I'm not currently doing, or like day to day, like when I was working in the office, I mean, I didn't wear makeup. I don't know. But anyway, after my show in June, so I did wear makeup in June for my show. I had my makeup bag upstairs in my dance bag, and I just never brought it down. And I get ready down here. So it's just a whole thing. Doesn't matter. But anyway, um, yeah, Max is something else, you guys. I don't like it a lot. I'm like, that's cool, dude. Yeah, and that's just it. Beth says kids don't like when things change, and it's been a while, so he's just like, what's going on with you? Robin says, does anybody do anything unusual with your coffee? Ever tried a tablespoonful of vanilla ice cream in it? Ooh, no, but I love vanilla ice cream. It's just so good. As the Bare Naked Ladies say, vanilla is the finest of the flavors. Like it really is. Debbie said, let me find it. When I had Bell's palsy, I couldn't wear makeup for months. You don't realize how much you need muscle tone in your eyelids to apply eyeshadow. Yeah, it's really crazy. It's one of those things that's like, yeah, it's involved and you don't really think about it. Oh, Beth says cinnamon in the coffee, and she always uses oat milk. Oat milk is really good too. Scott says vanilla is his favorite too. Oh, and you know what? I think I saw you call me stunning earlier, and thank you for that. That's very sweet. Thanks. It was not meaning to ignore that. I just see things and I think I'm going to remember, and then I don't until like the person says something else. Oh, butter shots, also great in coffee. Jamie likes hazelnut in the coffee. I like really all of these things that you're talking about. The one thing I'm not super big on, like I like most foods, most flavors, all of that. But I'm particular about mint. Like I love like mint chocolate chip ice cream a lot. Like that's so good to me, but I don't like some people get like mint like in their Big B or Starbucks, especially like in the winter, things like that. Like get a mint shot in there, and I do not like that because it makes me feel like I'm drinking toothpaste. So it's like really weird. I don't know why I don't have that aversion to it when it's ice cream. I don't know, it's really weird, but that's one of the few things I don't like in terms of taste, but like pretty much anything else, any other flavor in my coffee, marshmallow, coconut, any craziness, like I'm all about that. Robin has been mixing a packet of hot chocolate with the instant espresso and a dash of cinnamon. Oh, there you go. Justin Michael, hey there, welcome. Oh, and he says mint chocolate chip is his favorite. It's so good. It's up there on my list. I do love vanilla ice cream because I love to like make a sundae. Like I like to put a bunch of craziness on it, like nuts and cherries and chocolate sauce and just everything, like just load it up. Um, Beth says she's concerned about ecological ramifications of the care and feeding of almonds, including almond milks. Yeah, it is a lot. I have I have read that. I need to see if my store has like where we're ordering from right now, if they have a different kind of creamer. I might be able to go to like a specialty one because when I go out, like I'll order soy or oat milk or whatever else. I just and I can have some dairy, but I just can't have a lot. So like I just cut it out of my coffee because that's like a baseline. Do you know what I mean? If I could get rid of that, then like I can have cheese on the pizza or something. Do you know what I mean? So um I've had a 40-year love affair with Elton John and mint chocolate chip. That's I can't say 40. I'm not 40. You're not 40. What are you talking about? Justin, don't confuse me. Elton John is a legend. Yes. I was supposed to see him on May 1st, 2020, and I spent a grip on those tickets. The most I've ever spent in my life on concert tickets, which is saying something because I've been to a lot of concerts. Um, Pretty sad about that. I was going to take my best friend because it's something we talked about forever, and I finally pulled the trigger, and then boom. But anyway, I got a refund, and oh, 40 in February. Really? My husband's going to be 40 later this month. Yeah, you're skipping ahead a little bit, but okay, it's fine, Justin. It's fine. I didn't think you were, I didn't think you were older than me. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Wait, Beth, Regina, you're going to be 47? That seems crazy to me too, though I'm really not good at guessing people's ages. I like usually think people are younger, so I don't know. Uh, um, okay, wait. I saw Elton John back in the 70s and then I passed out. What? The minute he came onto stage, I woke up when he got off, so I technically had. Wait, was this? Do you want to give us details about that? Like, were you okay? Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of us look and act younger, and so I don't know. Wait, Neem. Okay, I I'm so distracted by chat. Oh, that's okay though. Hello, Neem. Happy Friday. Welcome to you. I see people saying hi, so I trust that you are here. Justin says to Beth at Aspasia Rising, I liked Elton John so much I became a gay piano player. It was all the sequence. Jamie's 54. Robin is more than 2/3 of a century. How old am I going to be? I'm going to be 38 next month. Yeah. Final answer. I'll be 38 in September. Yes, Chris was talking about your piano skills yesterday in his live. Okay, so what we've covered so far is awesome coffee recipes and our ages, real and imagined, and yeah. Oh, Beth says she was fine. Child of the late 60s, 70s, so crap happened, but that was the only concert that was adversely affected by my hippie hobbies. I got you. Okay. Well, that's good, but I'm sorry that you missed. I'm sorry that you missed him. Oh, yeah, your piano skills, not your gay skills, Justin. But I mean, okay. Let's start looking at this box of junk journal stuff. And thank you for going through this with me because it's part of, sorry, I'm shifting around. I'm sitting on like 3 pillows now instead of 2. And it's tippy, as Max would say. Okay. Justin, when I was in 5th grade, I sang Crocodile Rock at a talent show. If I wasn't so big, I would have been murdered. Oh my God. Stop. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's start with the stuff in my junk journal. Okay. I will let you go that. Bye, Jamie. Have a great day at work. Thank you so much for stopping in to set us right on this Friday. Okay, so the first thing in this box, hey, Patrice. The first thing is this little cardstock that had my ghosty earrings on it from Kelly Bear and a little ghost washi tape. And so, of course, I kept it because that's what I do. So, like my ghost on there. Why is this flipped around? Oh, geez. Okay. So this is a thing that I save and that will go in my junk journal. Now, I probably will just like cut these holes out or just like chop it off and I'll like write something on this part of it. And when I start actually doing this, we'll go through that too. But then the washi tape, I'll either cut this out or pull it off and include that too. So we're basically just going through my paper hoard right now, a small part of it because I have a lot. Oh, Robin says, your tarot office is such a mystery. I'm hoping one day you'll show us a photo of the obstacle course on the floor that Max always seems to struggle around. It's really crazy. It's a huge mess. There's just like stacks of stuff. There's just stacks of stuff. Chris says, careful what you wish for because he knows what it looks like. It's it's privileged information. Oh, sip. It's pretty bad. But it's always different. I swear I do stuff and then other stuff comes in here. Like I could just turn my laptop around and show you, but it's pretty bad. I don't know. It's just, here's part of the thing. I was thinking about this morning. I have some things in here still that shouldn't be in here. I've been working on getting some of those things out. Part of the issue is Jackie says, show us. Oh God. part of the issue is I used to have, like at my house in Williamston, I had a library and that room was shut off. So even when our cats, like when Ryan moved in and brought the Savannahs, that room was still closed off. Okay. Here's part of the deal. There are things like glass vases and, well, here, I'll show you this little part. So, like over there, you see, oh, there's the devil horns. Okay. So there's like candles and glass stuff and an unopened salt lamp like that, I think is going to stay in here. And then I have a little bit smaller one that's going to go in Max's room. So like that's a thing I could do today, right? Like I could open that salt lamp and just start using it. But here's the problem. And then see that wood, like there's like books in there and that little table, it has a drawer on the bottom. Oh, sorry. Has a drawer on the bottom and then like that open space. Like I think I might put my Lenormand decks in there because my Lenormand cube, I have one of these that has Lenormand. And there's a lot. And so I think I need to move some of that stuff over there. And then it's fine if that's separate because it's all its own thing. And then I can have another cube for like tarot stuff. So anyway, but all those glass things that I used to have like in the library or like out in the living room on my mantle at the old house, that all had to go in to my library when the Savannahs moved in my old house. Things can't just be sitting out in the house like decor. Like I would have just had stuff on a shelf or like on a mantle and all of that kind of stuff, candles, glass, picture frames, all of that has to be in here because Savannahs like do not give an F about your stuff and they'll just knock it off, right? And I know like normal cats do that too, but I'm talking like they'll just clear your shelf off. Okay. It's part of the issue is I need to just get some of that out of here into one of the extra bedrooms, into the extra bedroom that's upstairs. So there's one little corner and part of the problem, but I do have a space that I sorted upstairs where some of that stuff can go. So I took care of some of the stuff that I have another little filing cabinet over like opposite for me. And I did clear out some of that stuff. Took a bunch of candles upstairs to that extra bedroom, things like that, because some of the things would belong in here, but I have so many that I just can't use them. And that's another thing. Like I'm looking at wrapped candles that I got for my high school graduation in 2001. Okay. So like how I wear my eyeliner and those candles are like the same age. And they're wrapped in plastic, tied with bows at the top. Because I'm one of those people that is like, I should save that. Okay? Don't know. I think part of it is genetic. Like my grandma was like that a lot. My mom is not like that at all. Like she just gets rid of shit. And I'm like, give me that. What are you doing? Sip, sip. Okay, so that's part of it. 20-year-old candles, 21, right? Because it's 2021. No, this year's 20 years. So anyway, they're really old. They're just chilling. What does... So this is all kind of related and why we're going through junk journal stuff today, because when I've gathered all this stuff from like all over the room and put it in this cube, now this like has a purpose and it's organized so that we can start making the journal probably next week, putting it on some paper actually. And then we'll continue doing projects that help me clean my room. Robin says, when Ryan comes to your office door, does he take it in stride or does he just shake his head in disbelief? He takes it in stride because he knows me very, very well. Hey, Stray Cat, I saw when you came in. Thank you so much for being here. Simon, hello. Oh, Simon and Jackie, they're broken up. Welcome back to the party. So another excuse I have is that after my grandma passed away, well, even before that, I had been bringing some stuff to my house of hers that I wanted. And a lot of that was breakable, or like the big vase full of trinkets that I showed you, like all of that kind of stuff. And so I just kept like putting more and more stuff in here because again, I couldn't leave it out on the table and like sort it out and put it where it should actually go in the house. I'm just a mess. So I have excuses. Anyway, we're making progress. Thanks for helping me. Stray Cat says purging shit is my superpower. One of my very best friends is like that, and my mom is like that. Like my friend Lauren helped me purge like a bunch of clothes from an apartment where I lived back in the day, and I was like, please come help me because I was finally ready. And some stuff was so weird, like some of it was like purses and things like that. One of them was like a big, like just a big carry-all bag that had ballerinas on it, and it was like black and white, and they had white tutus and their point shoes, and I just love that bag so much. But it got like when my apartment flooded, it wasn't a bad flood, but like enough to like soak up through the carpet because I lived on the ground floor, and it like stained my bag, it like ruined everything that was on the floor of the closet. And so I had to get rid of it. There was no way to fix it. I tried like getting the stain out, and I was just over it, and I was working so much. I worked a crazy amount during my undergrad and grad school days, and it was just a mess. So I didn't have time to try anything else. So I took a picture of the bag and then I threw it out, right? So there's a tip. If you have problems with this, there's a tip for you. If you really love a thing, but it's like a size -58 and it's never going to fit you again, just take a picture of it and get rid of it. Or if it's clothing, you can cut it up and wrap a tarot deck in it. And then you don't have to lose the fabric, but you don't have to feel like shit because it doesn't fit you anymore. Pro tips. Wait, who gets custody of Elle? Oh, because breaking up. I get it. Oh, Jackie and Simon both said that that Elle goes to Simon. Oh, that's awesome, Stray Cat, that you've been able to help people. Because when people are ready to do that, they do need help, and it's good to have people that aren't bullying them into doing that, right? Like I have like little pockets of it, right? Like my whole house is not like covered in stuff. But there's no judgment to people who have that. You know, I know people in my life, a couple people who have that issue, and a lot of times it's to do with a loss, especially in their like in their childhood, things that were not, you know, they didn't go to therapy for, it wasn't a thing in their family, there was no help for it. It was just this like gaping hole in their life, and so it like gets filled with stuff, right? And there are many different levels of that. Anyway, down off this rabbit hole right now, but that's really awesome of you to do that. Because when people are ready, they do need help because it's very overwhelming and like brings up all this stuff. And part like I have that a little bit, but not from a loss. There are different reasons for it. If people moved a lot and like, I don't know, all their stuff got thrown out every time they moved, then they have like severe attachment issues to it. So like neither one of those things really applies to me, but mine is just about like being super sentimental and like hanging on to things. So there's a lot of, you know, psychology behind it, of course, like everything. Hold on. What is happening? Orshi, hi, thank you for stopping in. We love you. Yes, the fabric idea for tarot bags. That's a great thing. And like I can't even make a tarot bag, but you know, I have a skirt upstairs hanging up that I'm going to cut up just to wrap around decks. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's fine. Ooh, Neem. Lazy Genius, Tarot and Bazaar. Today's a good day to get back to making content. Boom. Yes, it is. Oh, Stray Cat, I've made people cry when I've thrown out their stuff. I take no prisoners. Oh no. Do 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 do. Simon's Abyss premiere is up, and Chris did roundtable readings with Tarot of the Abyss last night. So if you are wondering about that, you can check out those things. Biological mother was a hoarder, says Beth. Lots of loss throughout her childhood. Yeah, it's hard. And like my grandma lived through the Depression, and she had a really hard life, like many people did. Her dad died when she was pretty young, and then her mom was really sick, and so for a while, like her and her brother, who were like 2 years apart, like lived at their house by themselves when they were like 5 and 7 or something like that. And the mom was in the hospital, and they just lived in the house, and they like cut wood and put it in the burner and went to farms and helped farmers, and then like the farmers would give them some potatoes or corn or whatever. Like that was her life for a while. Not like a super long time, but like for a couple months. My great grandma was in the hospital, and they might have been like 6 and 8, but like young, and they were just like living by themselves. Is that shit crazy? So the point being, my grandma like kept everything, right? Because she was like always in this survival mode. Not, I want to say everything. Like her house was fine, but she would have like me, like little pockets. The main house would be good, but then like her dresser would just be filled, like there wasn't clothes in it, there's just stuff in it. And I have a dresser like that upstairs that has like photo books, and like we use, like I'm her. Anyway, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing today. Scott says to Alex, my Shadow of the Oz deck is coming today or tomorrow, thanks to your video. Kristen says, hi again, in and out. Just received the Cosmos Oracle yesterday. Deanne made me do it. Yeah, it's really, I know it was a lot, but I think that's going to be really good for you. Alex says, Neem, I didn't think I would be missed, but let me see what I can work out. Yeah, Alex, I miss you. I think we all do, honestly. I think we all do. Yeah, Jackie. Someday I'll read you all. Like, I know the story, but I was texting my mom a few months ago when we were on. Oh, I don't think we were like locked down from each other then, but we were just texting back and forth. And I asked her a question about my grandma because I was trying to write all this stuff down so I could remember, because it was crazy, like from the beginning of her life. And I don't know if I should share the beginning part. No one's going to see this. That, I don't know, it doesn't mean anything. I shouldn't say it doesn't mean anything now. It means a lot now. It's how my family came to be. But my yeah, my great grandparents were not married when they had my grandma. So my great grandma had the baby, drove her down to Missouri to her friends so that it could be their baby. And then my great grandparents got married, and then they had a little boy baby. And when they had the little boy baby, they called the people in Missouri and said that they wanted my grandma back. And the people did not want to give her back, but they went there and took her back. And then, like, when their friends would come over, they just had 2 kids then. And they were like, oh, we didn't know you had a daughter. And they're like, yeah, we did. Is that crazy? I also feel like this happened more than people probably know. That there are just weird things like that, things that now seem weird from our perspective. And then I don't really know the years very much, but then at some point they all lived in Chicago, like my great grandparents and their 2 kids. And I think then Like that's when the depression happened, when they lived in Chicago. And then they called that family in Missouri back and said, we don't have enough money to feed her. Can you please take her back? You guys. And they said no because, sorry. And they said no because they didn't want her to take her away again. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, life was crazy for my grandma. Like that's how her life started, right? So she was away from her mom, her real mom, for 2 years, right? You all know how formidable the first 2 years of life are, right? Beth says, that happened all the time. Yeah, that sort of happened to my biological mother. Children show up on the census randomly due to social conventions all the time. Yeah, isn't that, it's just crazy. Like, what if, thank you all, and I'm fine, but it just like what, you know how I am with like, this is not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm just talking about like destiny. And I use that word differently. Like, I don't think anything is fixed, right? I think certain things, like there's a chart that's course, what am I trying to say? A course that's charted. But then like things happen, right? So like it's this thing, but then other things happen. So it's just crazy to me. Like, what if my grandma would have stayed with that other family? Then like I wouldn't be here as I am right now. Like I believe I'd be here in some other way. But do you know what I mean? It's just so crazy to think about all that stuff. Jackie says, my nan's mom was left on the doorstep and brought up as their own. Yeah, it's just crazy. Oh, Chris misses you because you're eye candy. That's valid. Everyone just give their reasons. Yeah, it's just so crazy. Thank you all for the love and everything. I'm fine. It's just overwhelming to think about sometimes. Like, I feel so bad. Like, I feel so bad for that family because, oh God. Anyway. All right. Because that affected their whole life, right? Everything is just all mixy. Yeah, I mean, Beth says, my mother was raised by her grandparents. Okay. Her mother went on to marry and have kids and visited my mom every Sunday with her new family. It's just like, I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine not being with my baby. But I mean, what were they going to do? Like, they survived, obviously, but like everyone usually is trying to do what they think is the best thing, right? Oh, back to the paper hoard. Oh, that's someone's address. Hold on. So like when people send stuff and it has my name on it, I keep it. Does anyone recognize this? Anyway, there's that. That will go in my junk journal. I love my name. I love all my names. So there you go. And like this, a friend sent me on a little package, a little mini tarot card picture. So like those will go in there. This is just some black paper that maybe had, usually I remember, but I'm not sure. This is just like black construction paper kind of that I will use like as a background. Some deck was wrapped in this. Here's my little like Midia Arts, like my Midia Lenormand's 3rd edition, the color edition came in this. So like I will probably shred this up and use it on the pages. Here's a sticker from Ari Wisner. Crescent moon, gotta keep it. These are little postcards from Celine Stone. Oh, I said Ari Wisner. These are Celine Stone stickers, what they send when they ship you stuff. When I have shown some crystals, any crystals that you've seen that were not from the shop where I used to work came from Celine Stone. They are a legit shop. They were sponsored on Facebook, and that's how I found them. But they sell decks and crystals and a few other things. So that's the little postcard they send. So like I'll be chopping that out. Plus they wrote on the back, so like I'll probably cut my name out of that and use it. Love Team Celine, right? So there's another one. Like I'll cut my name out of one and I'll use the I out of one. This is the kind of stuff that's all over my room. Here is some bunny tissue paper. Now this was either from Jennifer King, who is my hero. I bought Idiosyncratic from her last year. Remember? Of course you do. So there's my tissue paper. I think that was from her. She had wrapped that up and sent it to me. Let's have a sip. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? This is from Idiosyncratic. This might have been from Stephanie Burrows. Okay, yep, as soon as I said that, then Diane said that the bunny paper is from Oak Ash and Thorn. That's what that is. This was what my Idiosyncratic was wrapped up in. So I'm using this. Plus it had little like constellation washi tape. So I will use that. This says love Aunt Cindy and Mom. This was on my gift, my housewarming gift to my Williamston house. They made me, they took big floor pillows and that were my mom's that they were getting rid of. And then my aunt made like star and moon covers. Like I'm sitting on some of them. I can't show you because I'll be stuck down here on the floor. Yes, paper keepers. That's me. So this was on my gift all wrapped up. My Star Cove pillows, because my old house had a secret little like cutout closet in it. I mean, it wasn't really secret at that point because they made like a big window frame around it. And anyway, you could like climb up and there was like a platform. And so I had the Star Cove, that's what I called it, pillows up there. That's what that was. Robin says, don't forget the circles. I know, I've just been here talking about, I don't even know what. Sip, sip. Talking about family and roots and everything. We will do some circles. These are just extra pictures. Like when I sent out birth announcements, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 stuffed animals in this picture with Max. And every month on the 15th for the first year of his life, he got a new stuffed animal. And the letters, like part of the floor puzzle above him, say MP. And his name is Max Preston. And that was just accidental. Like those were just there and I didn't realize it until I got the pictures developed or printed, I should say, developed. Child of the 80s, cannot help it. So there's my cute little Max with his 6 animals. Yeah. So this was like returned. I didn't send birth announcements until he was 6 months old because I was worn out. And how could I ever write out addresses on that many envelopes? But around 6 months, I got around to it. So anyway, one of them was returned for bad address. And so this was the inside of the envelope. I got really fancy ones that had lining in them. So I tore that apart the other day. Yeah, you can tell it's Max. I cleaned a big pile of mail and paper hoard off of the wet bar counter the other day. Tore this out because we can use that in the junk journal. Okay, this says, okay, this is fine. This was taken the day after he was born. And I didn't send these out until 6 months either. I sent this and a 6-month picture because I felt bad that it had taken so long. But I mean, what was I going to do? I had a newborn. Look how cute his little face is. Oh my gosh. Adorable. They took that picture in the hospital, like put him in a little basket. Ugh. Yep, and I'm obsessed with dates. And so I put photo January 16th. His birthday's 15th, but I had to know forever and ever which day it was. There he is, so cute. Yes, Max is a Capricorn. The show. 8 pounds, 3 ounces. You know what I'm going to say about my experience with childbirth? When they told me 8 pounds, 3 ounces, I was surprised. I had nothing else to compare it to because that was my first child. But for me, it wasn't that bad. I mean, listen, it hurt and it did feel like my body was splitting apart. But I just felt like very empowered or something. Like I felt, I don't know, wasn't that bad for me. I know some birth stories are not like that and they're terrible. But when they read out, like they took him over to weigh him and they said, 8 pounds, 3 ounces, I was like, for real? I don't know. And he was skinny. So I don't know. Yeah, y'all. Okay. So I took a selfie of me holding him in the hospital bed like that night after I had him like around 11 p.m. and he picked his head up. It was crazy. Like I didn't say his name or anything to like try to get him to look because he's a newborn. But I just I held the phone like this, going to send a picture of my mom. And he picked his head up and looked at the camera. I don't know. He's been very, very alert. Oh, Beth had four cesareans, and the smallest baby was 8'7". Yeah, that would be pretty necessary in most cases, I think. Stray cat. I bought an 8-pound water balloon yesterday. Oh, yeah. So, and then here's our Christmas card. This is going to go in there too. Another returned mail. This was our Christmas card last year. Here's Max sleeping with a box of magnets. Like, that sounds dangerous, but they're like rectangle size. They're like Oracle card size, really. And I took it away from him after I took that picture. But his Aunt Julie, my best friend, gave him that, and he wanted to sleep with that. There's our little Shirkle boy. He was pretty skinny then. He passed away in January, and I knew he was going to go soon. So we took that. Here's a picture of Max's long hair at the old house. His curls that got chopped off. Anyway, and on the back of it, I had to throw more pictures on it. So anyway, Chris weighed 10 pounds, 3 ounces. Are you kidding me? Chris, that is a giant. My friend, well, one of 2 people who used to be my friends who no longer talk to me anymore, who share a birthday. Okay, so y'all who don't think Zodiac has anything to do with anything, the 2 people in the world that don't talk to me anymore, yeah, about that. Anyway, she weighed 10.2, and that's like the biggest I've ever heard. Chris. Okay. Oh, Justin says his grandmother weighed 12 pounds. Tall babies weigh a lot. And that was the thing. Max was like skinny. He wasn't even like a chunky baby. So it was really weird. I was like, what? Anyway. Here is some wrapping paper. You can't see really how pretty it is. That came, my anniversary gifts from Ryan came in this paper, so I had to save some of that. Do, 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 do. Labor is killer, delivery is hell, but the birth is magical, and all the killer hell of labor and delivery subsides so quickly. Yeah, like I really the hardest part for me was when I was about halfway because I felt it was more so like when your body is like struggling to do something. There's nothing really to compare it to, obviously, but like I know a small scale thing to compare it to. So if any of you have restless leg syndrome, okay, and you have this compulsion to flex your leg to make it stop, even though that doesn't really or doesn't always help it. Does anyone know that? Like you have this compulsion. When I was around like halfway through, like not active labor, not pushing, right? I was so like restless and anxious and my body like wanted to do something but I couldn't do anything like that. Like I was just so nervous feeling. It was like a physical nervousness. That was almost the worst part for me. I mean, there was pain, like the contractions were painful, but it was like that was the worst part for me. Um, okay. I think I saw a while ago Robin asked how long my labor was. It technically started at like midnight, like 14th into 15th of January, but it was just like, wasn't like painful yet, but I was just like walking around, like couldn't stop moving. And that's technically the start of it. And then at 2:30, I started having contractions. Um, we ended up leaving the house at 5. I did a lot of laboring at home. We were supposed to do an hour and then call the midwives, and we did an hour and a half because there was a 10-minute break at one point instead of 5 minutes. And so we waited another like 20 minutes after that. And then I'm like, okay, let's go. I got to the hospital at 6:15 in the morning and I had him at 10:01. It was pretty quick. My mom had rapid delivery with the brother, like my brother right after me, like 3 years later. Sip, sip. So we were kind of like on the lookout in case that happened. Someone's saying hi to Jax. Oh, Neem. Ugh. No support system and some crazy ass nurse. Dude, I'm not a doula, but I am not certified, but I've assisted 7 births for my friends. And there's usually that one nurse that I'm just like, nope, you got to go. I had such amazing people, thankfully. My whole experience was great. Here's some more paper. That was my gift to Ryan for Father's Day. Here's an envelope that someone gave me. Here is a little thank you note. It's not, I don't know why I didn't show you that. From my pretend cousins. It's just my mom's best friend's twin nieces. Yeah, the one nurse. Yeah. Yep. Bye. Envelope with my name on it. Little sunflower card in it. Now for the cards, I thought about separating these out because I have a stack of cards. Like if you've ever sent me a card, I have it. Oh my gosh, do you know what? This is so funny. A bunch of mustaches just fell out because I thought this was something else, but it's from Gerald. Mustache confetti. Tarot stash. Oh, someone was calling Jackie Jacks. I got you. I got you. Anyway, some of these card hoard is going to be, yeah, Gerald, you got me. They fell all over. It was a party. Some of the cards I'm going to use as images on one of my blank decks. So that's like a different thing, but we don't have to separate it now. Here's some constellation paper. I'm pretty sure this was from Sandra when she sent me and Max some amazing gifts. So this will definitely be in there. Boo, 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 boo. Mustache confetti is also a great band name. Yes, it is. Here's some butterfly washi tape. Oh yes, there's also that kind of nurse, stray cat. Yeah. What else? A little butterfly mailer from Mendy. And I think the rest of it, I put some crystals here on the bottom. Oh, here's a little note from like a secondhand deck I bought. So like I'll put that in there. Yes, that is from Mendy's deck. That's another address. This address needs to go back in. Oh, wrapping from Kelly Bear. Thank you notes, threads. That will all be going in. This little one that says pretty things inside. And then look at this sweet little writing from Ari Wisner. This is the Ari Wisner paper. And the hand, why am I backwards? Boop. Yes, the mustaches are really adorable. Oh my gosh. Almost knocked that whole pile over. But it's fine. Oh, here's a little wrap from one of my favorite books. You will know from my Tarot Tools Trio tag that I did live. It was a Brian Cormac Carr VR that I did a few months ago. And this is the bronzy orange cover that wraps around it, but it doesn't stay on the book very well. And I just love it. So this will be going in my junk journal. Oh, Simon's taking notes. Box full of notes, cards, and wrappings. Yeah. I think that's it. The only other thing in here is a little inventory list. So yeah, that's the start of the junk journal. So I will keep all of these for the junk journal materials. Next week, I'll bring paper up with me. Oh my gosh. Next week, I'll bring like scrapbook paper up from downstairs and we will make a page. Okay. So now I know we're at the hour, but we're going to do a few circles because that's in the title. So we have to do it. That's okay. We did a lot of like chatting about cool stuff. So it's fine. So here are the ones that we have cut out so far. And if you were not here last time, the reason, or the last two times, oh, hi, Sandra. I just showed some wrapping paper that you sent to me. Hello and welcome. So the reason I cut this version, I have another Mildred Payne Oracle of Black Enchantment Midnight Edition, which is what you're looking at right now. I had my first copy, there were printing errors and they were off the edge of the sheet, like every 7th card or something like that. So they sent me a free replacement deck. I just had to send some pictures. And so then I thought, what am I going to do with this other one? I probably could still use it and wouldn't be super off put by it, but I thought they're sending me one anyway, so let's do something fun with this one. So I got a circle punch. These holes are 1 3/4. I got this from Joann Fabric. The brand is EK, and I really like this one. I haven't tried the other one yet. It's a different size, but this one just punches open out of the bottom. So yeah, with the extras, with the leftovers, I'm going to be writing, like putting this in a junk journal or like in its own thing probably, or maybe I'll mix it all up with the stuff I just showed you. I don't know. And I can write in here like little keywords or like little poetry bits or whatever. So that's the plan for those. Okay. So let's pick a few. These are all mixed up. Oh, because I shuffled to draw a card to see if Debbie should take that Monday off to go to the beach. Remember that a couple months ago? But that's cool because we'll just do a couple anyway. Here was Debbie's card. This is what I drew to see if Debbie should go with her 2 friends to the beach. Not even lying. This is what happened. The Mercedes-Benz of hole punchers. That's my first like big hole puncher, so I don't even know. Let's do that one. Let's punch the Debbie card. So we can get like 3 or 4 out of here. And so here's the picture. So let me see what we do. Now I kind of just want, so here's the deal. If you do it upside down, then you can see where you're punching, right? And you have some limitations of what you can do just depending on how much this fits across, but then you can see what you're doing, right? So I think I'm going to take this center one with 2 stars and the clouds. You just have to be careful not to pinch your finger in the ends. I do that sometimes. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, I really need a countdown for like lots of things in my life. Cute. So that's what the punch looks like when it's all done. And I plan to use these like charms or tokens or things like that, like put them in a bag and draw them out, right? So that's what I plan to do with the punches that I punch out. So the leftover will be for a junk journal, but these I will actually use like for divination. Hey, V's here. Yes, Debbie said, went and had the best time. Okay, so now what else do we want? Seems kind of obvious to like take the other 2 like heads, but maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just do that. Boop. That's good to have some characters. They do have different sizes for the hole punches. So I also have this Fiskars one that I have not used. And you can also see through the bottom. This one is, why wouldn't it say on this? Well, here, can I math it? 1 3/4. Oh, right, the circle doesn't match like this one. Okay, 1 3/4. I think this is 2. So the circle on the handle is not representative of the size of it, right? This is the punch. So this is 2 inches. This is 1 3/4. Boop. So yeah, there are different sizes even other than that. Let me see here. Now the other one, I might not be able to take. So the other one's a little too small. I can't get the 3rd skeleton. So we'll do like the body part of it. Or maybe do I want like this gown? Can I take that? Oh no, see that's getting a little, we're gonna take this part, the body. So sometimes you end up with like a weird one. But that's okay. this could be like focusing on, legs or movement or traveling somewhere, taking first steps, right? Like something like that. Yeah, things people buy for one project and then donate, or they never do the project, right? And they do a clear out. Oh, 1909 is a circular deck by Los Scarabeo, Simon says. I saw someone post that the other day. Yes. And back to where I originally got this idea is from Veronica Jude. She had done this to one of her RWS decks to like focus in on different certain elements. Speaking of Veronica Jude again. So that's where this idea came from. All right, let's do a few more here. So yeah, for some of you who maybe have not seen this deck, this was the first thing I went for. I actually bought it in conjunction with the purple Triumph della Luna because that was sort of my first like foray into, I don't want to say Deviant Moon because that's a different deck, but I had Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle for a long time, and that's the only Patrick Valencia thing I had. The other stuff wasn't really like vibing with me, but this, because it's like scenic, right? And these are giant cards, by the way. Because these are scenic, I never have an example. It got me more, right? And like the skeleton figures and things I was liking more than like the Deviant Moon figures. I do not have the Deviant Moon border version that I got from a friend. And that was my deck for July. I wasn't super consistent in July, so I think I'm going to keep using it a little more. But anyway, that's my Valenza collection now. But this Oracle of Black Enchantment was the thing that sort of got me into wanting other decks aside from Mildred's Secret Pocket Oracle. And because it was blue, right? The Midnight Edition I was really loving. So if you want some Valenza stuff, but maybe Deviant Moon isn't your thing, this is kind of more like scenic. It has houses, it has other aspects, right? Okay, this is people hanging. So if you don't want to see it, don't look. Oh, Diane bought the blue edition, haven't opened. I'm saving it for someone. Well, that is amazing. Yeah, I really love this blue. I've said before, it's like, it's dark, but it's bright, right? There's still this like brightness to it. So let's cut these plants. Let's do that. And I do have a couple other videos where we did circles. So if you're interested more in this and you want to watch those, that's cool. But basically you get the idea. You just kind of frame what you want and punch it. Speaking of token-y type things, I believe there's one more day. I believe through August 7th, you can get Kelly Fitzgerald's Journey tokens. There's a pre-order. So if you don't have them and you want them, they're available again on pre-order. I think it's through tomorrow, and I think I'm going to get an extra in case I think of someone who might need one. Here are the backs. They do complement her Journey Oracle decks very nicely because they cover up the symbol in the middle of those decks. And these have the symbols that those Oracle cards have on them as well. So it's like a replica symbols wise of her Oracle cards. But they are wooden tokens. So if this is something you're interested in and they were out before, you can get them on pre-order. They're very awesome. Yeah. They come in this bag and they're amazing. Okay. Okay. Just a quick note. Yeah, Sandra has the tokens and loves them. Oh, Chris, very saucy. You could maybe punch a hole out of your actual journal page, like a window. Ooh, V, look at you. Oh, thank you, Orshi. On top of it. Oh, there's a cute little bug and some kind of crazy language. I'm going to take that. I shouldn't say crazy language. Some, what looks like sigils or writing that's different than my own. It's not crazy. It's just different. Look at the little buggy. See, now like the focus of this is that bug and the roots and those letters or sigils or whatever they might be. Chris is trying to spice up my live. It's fine. It's fine, Chris. I'm just teasing. You can do whatever you want. Oh, there's more of that writing, but I want that little bug with the wings too. Oh, snap. Oh, a mandrake root. Ah, yeah. Guess what I'm going to put on when I order groceries? Probably some HP. Look at that cutie little bug. Oh, Orshi's hair is back to purple. Lovely. Can I fit one more? Oh, see, I don't. Now you can fit 4 if you go to the edges, but then sometimes you can't. So that's fine. There's that. Let's do one more and then wrap it up, okay? Because if I leave my child like on that screen too much longer, he will be a monster. And we don't want that, do we? Oh, Diane has blue tipped her hair. Fancy. Look at this sleepy creature. Let's make this our last one for today. All right, loves. I do have probably, I might have 3 hours of work. Started early yesterday. Yeah, I think I have like 2.5 or 3 hours of work today. Plus it's grocery order day, as you know, we've been doing for the past couple months. All right, let's take the paper with, oh, Jesus. Hey, I watched Carl Pilkington and Warwick Davis. You were right, Sandra. We watched the special over the weekend. It was good. It wasn't as good as the original series, Idiot Abroad. Because the original one, it just, I don't know. It just really highlights Carl, you know? And having Warwick Davis was amazing. But it was more, it just didn't have quite the punch. It was more about like how they were like riffing off each other, which is fine. But I was not laughing uncontrollably like I was in the original Idiot Abroad. Okay. Anyway. Okay. That's my story. Okay, so we took the little pentagram and paper. And you can just see like the fingertips at the sword. Let's see here. What I really want are those wings. So that's what we're going to do. And like the stars. So there's like the shoulder and the wing and the little shooting stars. Okay. And what else? What else? I really want this like rainy part. Ooh, but it doesn't fit. So here's another thing I might do for some images like this, where like I kind of want these little raindrops. I love rain a lot, and I want this little like mortar and pestle. Like I don't know what's going on here, but like I love this. But I would need to get a smaller circle punch. So I might make a mini out of these, a mini circle deck, smaller than 1 3/4, so that I can layer on top of these. Okay, so that's another thing that might happen. Like I might cut out those little raindrops. Just so you know. And the way that I did this, I might not even be able to get another one out. I can't really without taking the weird edge. So we're going to leave that. That's fine. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. This one's cool. So there's that. Last one, and then we'll go, I promise. Okay, there's a crescent moon, so guess what? Oh, but it's right on the edge. Dang. I don't think I'm going to mess with that. So here's this little guy with like a whip. Okay, there's our first one. V, I don't know about the shapes. Bye, Diane. Thank you for hanging out. I know we're going a little long today. I don't know about different shapes. Maybe. I want to take this little drummer. He is real cute. Okay. Oh, but I want the arm. Shoot. Sometimes it's like you can't really get. Oh, you bitch. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. I haven't pinched my hand once today. Okay, look at this cute little skeleton drummer. I had to have his upper arm. So now it kind of includes like this person back here that's cut off a little bit, but that's still okay. We see that there's someone else back there like playing this horn, but look how cute the skeleton drummer is. My God. Okay. It's rough. It's rough. Okay. See, now this one has these little dragons and the crescent up here. So I want like a mini punch for that too. These cards are crammed full of goodness and making punches is so fun. Okay. So let's do. Now, see, some of these things you're going to get, like I would take this person, but then there's gaps, right? You see what I'm saying? Like there's, it doesn't make a full circle. So sometimes you have to really decide what you want and then know that you're going to have like a leftover thing. Okay. That's maybe not your first choice, but you're going to make it work. Okay. So let me see. Oh, will this go this way? And take this cauldron. Bye, Beth. Thank you so much. Bye, Stray Cat. Okay, so there's our cauldron with a person in it with no head. Yikes. Okay, so there's that. Here's our scrap pile, which isn't really scraps because we're probably going to make a mini deck. How exciting. Okay, well, thank you all so much. We still have a lot to do, so maybe we'll do a few circles at the end of each Friday while we continue to work on Junk Journal. Next week, we will actually make a page, and we will do some more circles, I think. Now that these are up out of the studio and they're here again, they will be at hand, and we can work on that again. So today is Friday. I don't know if Richard's on today or not. Please check out Longman Tarot. Always comes to mind because it's another Friday thing. If anyone else has things to share, go ahead and type it in. And otherwise, I will see you. I'll see you, my Lenormand friends, tomorrow in class, and I will see the rest of you next Friday. Yes, I'm glad too, Orshi. Thank you so much. Bye. Happy weekend.